All right, people. What the hell, man? Happy Tuesday. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? What the hell am I singing for, man? Guys, what's up? It's Tuesday. I don't know. Just one of them days. I had to see Mom today. Had a great story about that too. But I'm going to get right to it tonight because people have this perception that transformation is so hard and that they can't do it because it involves using your little noggin, man. It involves thinking. Thinking is the start of everything. Your thought process is the start of everything in your life. And when you can grasp that and you can realize that you have control because you tell yourself what to think. And I know it sounds so simple, but people, I'm going to get to the quote box. People have this perception that transformation is really hard. No, you don't get results real fast. You start the process of change because life and reality and your physicality have to catch up with those thoughts that you keep omitting every single day. So I am going to get to this quote here by Kaman Kajori, and I apologize if I pronounced it incorrectly. These people are like prophets, man, and it was noted that when, comma, at last, comma, I ceased to be myself, I came to be. What does that mean? You virtually have to die in order to live. You have to change one way to start another way in life. And how does that start? Your thinking, your thought process. And the sad thing is, and that goes wholeheartedly with what I saw at my mom's today, which was an amazing movie, which I rarely do. Mom goes, I got this movie. I want to, what you want? Okay, whatever, Mom. And I sat there and watched this movie for 2 hours with her today. And then I'll get to the quote box about that because everything was already written for tonight's show. I already had show prep done. And this movie jacked in. And it was about probably the most beautiful voice I've ever heard in my life. This person had a gift, had everything, had it all. And anything and everything you can always want in life, this person had it all. And Jim Carrey noted an amazing quote. He goes, I wish people can experience all the wealth and the fame because it really doesn't bring your sense of completion. And it's so true. It's so true. We all think that up the upper echelon, they're so happy because they have everything. No, it's not that. And this person I'm talking about, and I don't know the name of the movie. I'll get it from my mom and probably maybe post it. It's definitely worth a watching. It just came out and she actually rented it and watched it a couple of times before I got up there today. It was great. And then I sat down after the old pasta and conversation and we watched this thing and I was in awe for 90 minutes. Watch this thing. This movie's about Whitney Houston. And I bet all of you can concur. I mean, the voice that she had was a gift from God. I mean, it still gave me goosebumps watching this movie. But the only problem that Whitney had, and this is the movie, mind you, I'm not sure if it's factual, but it's a perfect example that if you don't change the way you think, life can never give you what you want. And this lady had it all, everything materially, but on the inside, she was empty. And how do you fix emptiness in life? How do you fix that sense of worthlessness in life? You self-medicate. And I'll get the title of that movie. I definitely want to check it out again. But had a gift. Had a gift, and sadly was taken away at a very young age. And I think to myself, if it was just a flip of the thinking in her mindset, what could have been the outcome? What could have been the outcome? And that's just me. I'm instead of watching a story plot, I'm watching the psychological part of the movie. And that's just me as a person. But I'll get right to the quote box and I'll run some talking points on that because thinking is our life, guys. The thought processes that we hold every day, that we input to this central communication system up here that sends to our body, which creates the chemicals, which creates feelings as our everyday lives. And what you put in there is what are going to project out there. Meatballs. It's part of life. So out of the quote box, until you change your thinking, you will always recycle your experiences. Indeed, this is what Whitney couldn't do. She couldn't change her thinking about herself as a person, as a whole. And the story plot was very radical. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if it's factual, but it's so practical. I'm getting in this rhyming mode tonight about how life works. If you don't change your thinking, you can't change what you're bringing. If you don't change your thought process, you can't change your life process. It goes wholeheartedly with going after what you truly want to have, be, and do. And it's a great way to understand life, because if you're sick and tired of how your life is, you don't have to give up, because the mind is your control tower. It's like that at the airport. It's the tallest structure because it has the most control. That's why they call it a control tower. Your mind is the same way. It's your control tower of your life and your destiny. And until you realize that and grasp hold of that with all your heart and soul, you'll realize where you're going. Because whatever you input from that control tower to your brain, which creates the chemicals and the feelings and the thought processes and the habits and the physicality you get from all that, and you realize where your life is going. And it's the simple rudiments of creation. And if you guys delve into the quantum mechanics of how we work as people, you'll realize life is not hard. It's not. You can create anything in life that you want to experience, but it has to be in thought first. You starts in thought, then goes to the mind. Starts in thought, goes to the brain, which creates the chemicals, the feelings that you omit. And Abraham Hicks said it beautifully. And this is how I live every day. She mentioned the wrong one. She mentioned it's who you are vibrationally. I'll say it again. It's who you are vibrationally that count. That's it. It's what you're emitting, the energy that you're sending out every single day. Where does that energy come from? It's your thought. It's your thinking. It's your feeling about life. And Whitney couldn't do that. And the film portrayal of her was brilliant on how people have it all, but don't realize they have it all. And they self-sabotage themselves. Does that make sense? We really do. We have it all. Indeed, we have it all in us. But how we're omitting that and how we're sending it out every day is creating our experiences every single day. And out of that quote is change. Change for a lot of people, and I say it many times in America's Mentor, I like bringing it in different parameters so you kind of get a grasp on what's going on. This is all about learning, and I'm sharing information so you'll understand how you tick. And when you understand how you tick, in other words, you yourself, uniquely how you tick, because we're all different in that way, you'll realize the direction of your life. And that's transformation. That's the epiphany of your life, when you realize how you're thinking is what you're bringing in this lifetime. So change is a verb. It's in constant motion to make radically different. Hence, transform. That's what it takes. You have to become this radical thinking machine about the destiny that you're trying to create, or the lifetime you're trying to create right now, in that thought, in that feeling, in the actions that you take every single day. And life is going to catch up with that. Life is good. Life and your reality will catch up to that. So one day it's like, oh yeah, I've been here before. And hence, you've created that back then. And we do it every single day with our past experiences. We don't realize we're focusing on the past experiences, which are only recreating more past experiences in our daily lives, in our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And that's that recycle your experience part of the quote. And transform with synonyms of modify, redo, remake, and remodel. You know, this is pretty funny. You can't remodel something and not do it the right way. And I did that. And the last home I owned about 20 some odd years ago, I mean, we bought this place, my ex and I, we bought this place, and we got it at a great deal, and not realizing the home inspector told us, yeah, the basement had some water in it, not a big deal. They took out the studs, and you just got to replace to cut out half the wall where the water went up. You just got to replace them. I said, oh, okay. But hence I did it half-ass. I thought I would save money and just put up new sheetrock without attaching the studs all together. So basically my wall was moving down there. All the walls were moving because I remodeled it half-ass. I didn't follow the way you should remodel something. And our life's the same way. You can't go at it half-ass. You put your whole body in the pool, you jump in, and you start that radical, different change of thought. And life's going to respond to that. And the next word is experience, hence plural experiences. This noun is something personally encountered, undergone, or lived through. Our experiences every single day are shaping the next day. Does that make sense? And we're setting the tone by what we're being right now. And America's Mentor is all about you rethinking, because that's all you have to do, man. That's basically it. You have to rethink what you're thinking. And hence that starts the process of your brain getting in and kicking in and making the chemicals and the feelings and the chemical reactions to start the process. And all this heads out to the quantum field, or whatever you want to call karma in your life, by what you keep sending out every single day. And it's a simple portrayal of creation, man. This is what Einstein was talking about. He had mentioned a great quote about stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. I'm not quite sure, and don't quote me on that. But basically, what you surround yourself with, you become. So it's imperative, as in Whitney's case, she just kept surrounding herself with the old experiences. That's why she couldn't get better at trying to improve her life. Hence, the self-medication kicked in, the self-sabotage kicked in, and ultimately it was her demise. In such a perfect set of vocals, man. She had a perfect voice out there. And this is my humble opinion, mind you. It gave me goosebumps watching her sing on there. And for somebody, we all have the same gift. We just have it in all different ways. Don't think because she had this certain kind of gift that she was special. No, we're all special. And that's the problem. We don't think we are. A lot of us don't think we are. And the transformation is you rethinking about that self and portraying that self every single day. And your life is going to follow you. Your reality is going to catch up to you, but you have to start the process. Hence your thinking, your thought process. And those habits of thought create your habits in life, which hence create your personal reality. And if you guys keep at it, and this is what I mean, this is the great thing about life. It's got to catch up to your thinking. Imagine a world if we got instantaneously what we thought about every day. What a friggin' mess that would be for a lot of us, man. You'd be seeing pink elephants and all kinds of shit going on. But hopefully this basic, simple set of rudiments about thinking helps you guys, because it's really complex to a lot of people, but the hardest thing to do is change. Change your patterns and your habits. I get it. But if you start thinking about that destiny or that want or that desire in life, your mind is going to start connecting to that. You're going to start seeing the so-called occurrences and synchronicities to help you create that. Try it. Trust it for yourself. I do it every day. I love the results I get every day, because I wrote this show last night and I see this show today. That's how life is. You got to set it up, man. You can't just go in there and remodel the house without doing it the right way. You got to start from the main point, the support system, which is your thinking. And when you change your thinking, you change your life. You change your life. You change your destiny. You create a whole new path. But you got to believe in yourself. And you got to believe that you can do something like this. And we all can. We all can. We can't hide behind the curtain of our past thinking and just think it's going to go away. It's not. I tried that. No, you can't camouflage that, because the problem is you're trying to embellish the outside world with this facade of a person that you are, but you're still sending out the vibrations of that old you. And that's what the remanifestation of those old experiences that keep happening in your life. So hopefully this helps you guys. It's a deep show, man. It's a deep show. I had a long day today. I'm going to make myself some dinner. But when you realize what you're thinking, you realize what you're bringing. And it's simple as that, guys. America's Mentor. Thanks for joining me tonight. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram, at America's Mentor on Twitter, at America's Mentor on YouTube. It's very intriguing to the people who want different in their life. Believe me. But when you master your thinking, you master life, because then you'll start realizing that you are the source. You start the process. And whatever you put in that little noggin of yours, man, it's going to start the process. So guys, have an awesome Tuesday, guys. I'll see you guys soon, man.